Hey, it's Carla. This weekend or next weekend, I'm going to get a new setup for maybe you can see better when I do like one of podcasts or something. I'll still have my camera on my iPhone to do stuff, but I'm hoping to get a new desk so I can set my computer up and you can see from there when I'm doing this photo booth videos. And if anybody knows how to pause the photo booth, I'd appreciate knowing, but it seems like it's either go or stop. I don't know. This is what I'm working on today, and it's a scrap, not scrap blanket. I mean, these are new, it's new yarn, but I don't know. I have ADHD. I just can't do one matchy very often, and I can't just do one stitch over and over and over and over and over and over. It drives me absolutely crazy. So anyway, that's how that is. Right now, on this part right here, I'm just doing some cluster stitches that I started doing on another project. Oh, when I was doing the sunburst granny squares, like these. I don't know, I just got this wild urge to do those, just see if I could do them. This one was done with a treble crochet in the center, and then you go through the spikes to put in the puff and then the cluster. It's a tad bit bigger than this one. This one's a double crochet, the puffs, the cluster, and then the border. That border is not as dark as it's showing on camera, for sure. I don't know, I like the size or whatever better about this one, but I like being able to work between those spokes. I tried to do that with double crochet, and I just don't think it's workable unless you put a chain one between your doubles, and that'll be what I try next. And this is just random colors, that I grabbed out of the bucket, not in any particular order. That color just doesn't show up right. Oh well. When I want to set my iPhone up and do it, then maybe we can watch that. But that's all I was going to do, was to show that. I guess I can crochet some of it. I've been a new friend of crocheting lately, because why I liked crochet when I first started doing crochet is because it worked up faster. And so I got back to doing it and decided to give up on the stroke arm being numb. I'm just going to keep doing it because it's something I like. I know I've got more pain and stuff, that issues associate with my right side, but I'm just going to keep pushing through. Loom is easier, but I'm kind of bored with loom. I've got a blanket on the go there. It's about the only thing I have on loom right now. I even started a triangle shawl in just regular knit. Let me go grab that. And it's one of the easy ones to start off with. I was going to do the lioness one or whatever, but I got one of those, or made one time, and I didn't really like how to work it to wear it. I want something I'm going to wear. And this is just some random yarn that it was in a hank, and I spun it up. And I think it came with part of my ugly yarn that I put on the ugly yarn blanket, but this, I don't know, it seems softer and thinner than that yarn was. So, that's part of the pattern. I think this is some kind of animal motif, or animal named after color or something that I got. It was a king coal yarn. I don't know what it is. I'm bad about tearing up labels, especially when I wind it up with my winder. So anyway, I have got lots of things on the go. And then I started one of these that I've been wanting to do forever and ever and ever. And I finally said, what the heck? After I did that hexagon cardi, I thought, well, why not? And this is going to be like a wraparound shawl. This is going to be the back, actually, but it'll go around here like this, and it'll go all the way down. And winter's gonna be here before we know it. We still have 110-degree weather right now, but we know when it gets cold, it only goes from summer to winter. We don't ever get a fall. Oops. So I got a lot of those. I've got a lot of my yarn wound up because of the winder I got. I've gotten me some new 100% merino wool in, and I got it wound up, and it came from, oh, I knew I would never remember. I will have to get back to you on that, or maybe link it or whatever. And I still have those corner to corner patchworks, corner to corner log cabin. I still have my knitted memories blanket and my knitting log cabin. I'm not holding out much hope to be working on them right away, because I'm having too much fun crocheting again, because I'm getting things done faster. So if I can get some of my crochet stuff done faster, then maybe I'll deal with that stuff that is more time consuming. And school has started back, and I work at the school district. I retired as an RN and started working as a para about 15 years ago, and just never left. I was only going to work there for a year, so I wouldn't just sit home and get fatter. And then I really liked it because, you know, I didn't have to be the one, you know, having to do care plans, which is equivalent to like IEP. So I don't have to do all that. I just get to enjoy the kids, help the kids understand things, and, you know, bond with them, and, you know, yeah, I work in a special needs classroom, so there's nothing better than that, because, you know, they're just special. Anyway, I don't know if there's anything else to tell you right now, though. But I'm excited about this desk. My husband, maybe not so much, because he'll have to build it when it gets shipped in. Yeah. And if that one, I mean, I just got it from Walmart, but I was looking on Amazon first, and the sizes of them, because I have very small space to work with. So, yeah. But if it doesn't work and I need to start going to the other room, I want you to see my project more than my ugly old face, my bed head, and all that. So, but yeah, if I end up having to work a different space, I wish I could get up and down the basement easier. That'd be a perfect craft room. But when you're old, you have separate rooms from your husband when he snores. And ideally, you know, when we bought this house, it was like, oh, I got a craft room. Nope, put another bed in there. You got a bedroom. I don't have a craft room, because sleep is important. I don't get any with him in the room snoring, because he snores like a freight train. Oh, and I got a kitty now, so the kitty comes up next to me and purrs. So I might as well have him in, my husband in here, because the kitty purrs just as bad as the snoring. I am a super, super light sleeper. Don't know why. Maybe because I had 5 children, and I always had to, like, sleep with one ear listening. So, yeah, there's that. All the things of being adulting. So I sleep so light. My neighbor's dog fence is right adjacent to my bedroom window, and I hear their dogs. Not so much anymore, because I've kind of gotten used to them barking at times, so they don't always wake me up. But I don't know, I just hear all the sounds, all the everything. And then my brain doesn't shut off. I think about all the things I need to do, or I plan to do, that, you know, I'm feeling like this is the second part of my life, or the second stint of my life. I'm, you know, only in my 60s, and but still, realistically, you know, there's so many things I want to do, and my advice is to do those things while you're young. my idea was I'm gonna, work like a hog, and I'm gonna do all this when I'm young, and um, so now I don't have the stamina to go out and do things that are for fun, like travel, or just anything that go out sightsee, whatever. So I would have to take my walker because since the strokes, I can't walk as well. It's not that I can't walk as well. I shouldn't say that. It's I lose my balance because of that right side, and it just sometimes will come out of nowhere. It'll be weak or whatever. So I have a walker that I can sit on after a while if I'm with others that, are wanting to take their time to gaze. But most generally, I say no to those things because it's just too draining. And there's nothing worse than stroke tired. I mean, it's not one of those tireds that you sleep and you're all rested and feel rejuvenated. That's not how this stroke. It's like it takes me days to recover, not just one night sleep. Used to be that way, but since the stroke, I wear myself out quicker. I push too much to do things, because I don't look my age for one. So I know people look at me and think I'm being a baby, but one day in my body, people, one day in my body, you would understand. But I don't care about all that anymore. I think that's another thing is the stroke has taken not just some of my memory, but my motivation. Like, before I'd get all anxious and worked up and want to, like, argue my case or something if I disagreed with something and, see something, I take initiative if something needs done. Now I kind of wait a little bit and see someone else going to do it, all like the people I didn't ever care for. So then I feel my own guilt because I'm not able to get up and do as much at work and stuff. And, I have to let that go. Someone will say something to me, a boss or whatever, and ask me whether I can, really stick with this job if I'm not doing enough or something, because I just know that I have to take care of me first, and that's another lot of advice I should be giving youngins out there is, don't stress over stupid stuff, and don't try to make everybody happy because you're not going to. Don't try to make things, do what and be ethical, be a good person, do whatever, but don't kill yourself trying to be too helpful or Johnny on the spot to overdo and overwork and, I don't know. I just went rambling and I'm sorry, but I don't know if any of y'all tried those loaded teas, but that's what I'm drinking right now. I don't know if it makes me yucky Kathy, but it's only supposed to have those loaded teas that they were advertised, and I just thought I'd try one, and they got weird names for the flavors. I know one was frog spit. They're really, really good, but they're really, really sweet, so I have to dilute them down a lot more. But when I read, the caffeine in it's only worth 2 cups of green tea. That's what it's made of, is green tea. So, and I quit drinking tea because, like, black tea was just, like, bothering my stomach or something. And I never liked just to drink straight green tea because it was bitter, even though my doctor told me drinking 3 cups of that would be good for weight loss and good health and all that. But this way, they got it maxed up with that sweet stuff, so you can't taste that bitter in the green tea for sure. And more water is always better, so I dilute it down more. And the one I have today that I'm drinking, I had to mix it in about almost a half a gallon. Is called Hippie Juice. So I'm drinking Hippie Juice. Maybe that's why I'm rambling. But I got it diluted down good enough that it's delicious. And actually, I do crave sweet drinks. I'm trying to not be drinking so much pop. And I do find that when I have that diluted down, whatever, it does my sweet fix. It does not have a bitter aftertaste. It doesn't have none of those artificial sweeteners, artificial colors, all that stuff. And I know that's why I don't drink sugar-free drinks. It's because, one, it has that nasty aftertaste that's disgusting, and those sweeteners are not good for you. I mean, literally, like those little drink flavors that you add to your water. Look at most of them. A lot of them have that, I don't know if it was ethylene glycol or propylene glycol, but it was like antifreeze. So if you drink nothing but those all day long, you're slowly poisoning yourself. You know, I was born before, all these, water bottle, we drink out of a hose, we drink, but now I'm a water snob now, because if you want me to drink water, it better taste good. And our city water does not taste good. I have to have my water really, really cold too. But some of those extra things they add and stuff, and I usually don't fall for those gimmicks when they advertise them on the internet about this, but I thought, well, this one I will give a try. And I, wasn't really trying it for, it's weight loss, whatever, I don't know, it's, I don't know, it gives you energy, whatever. I mainly did it because I wanted something to drink to get me to not drink pop, because I'll drink water all day and then I'm done with the water. I don't want no more water. I just need something sweeter to drink. The tea was, like I said, I used to drink, when I gave up pop the first time, I switched to tea, but now tea just kind of didn't sit right with me. It tastes, I don't know, maybe my tea's old when I make it, I don't know. So I just wanted something different, and I can do this. I'm not much of a Kool-Aid person, but it kind of tastes that way sometimes, the Kool-Aid. And it's not the sugar-free stuff where it has the aftertaste to it either, so I don't know. And maybe this will only be a few months, because it seems like with me, I get on a bungee of liking certain things, and then I had too much of them. Just like, I was eating tuna for a long time, and I got sick of that. And my husband always tries to get me tuna for me to take to work. I'm like, no, I'm over tuna. I don't want no more tuna. And this week it's been the taquitos that I can put in my new air fryer. Because we used to have just one of the basket ones, and we kind of liked left, so I donated the other one to the school so they can use for their lunch breaks, and I can use at lunch breaks. But I got a big one that you can put pizza on, you can put burritos on, you can make pan meals in the pan tray, and chop up meat and vegetables and put them in there. Haven't tried to do any of that yet. But boy, does it make those taquitos good. They come out better than the oven on air fry because they're crisp, but they're not so hard. I mean, most of the time I don't wear my teeth, and so I can chew them without my teeth and get that crisp effect. It's awesome. Pizza was okay in there too, but it's kind of one of those things. I'm kind of over pizza. I used to eat pizza all the time, but I'm over pizza, and it would be good probably to reheat pizza you bought out at Pizza Hut or something, but that's what all the instructions are. There's no real pizza air fryer ones most of the time on most of them from the get, because I think you would have to cook the crust first, or make your crust first and brown it, then put the toppings on it. I don't know. I don't want to do one scratch from dough, so I just get the frozen ones when we're like wanting to do something fast. And even like Jeff eats frozen burritos and corn dogs, and they work good for that. I think all corn dogs taste like rubber. And so I'm not necessarily trying to diet. I'm not necessarily trying to eat all the healthy. I'm just eating what agrees with my stomach. I cannot eat hamburger anymore. I used to love me a nice greasy, thick hamburger out on the grill. My husband made some one time, and it was raw in the middle, made me sick to my stomach, and I have not been able to eat a hamburger since. I've even went to like fast food places and can't do it. We made a turkey burger. It's too dry. I don't know what I could do. I have like made goulash and stuff with Italian sausage, and that's fine. But for some reason, I don't know, maybe I have a mental issue that's just convinced me that I shouldn't eat hamburger again because of that. I don't know. I don't even like the smell of it anymore. I don't know. I just don't know. So I basically, most of my diet is chicken and Italian sausage, or even breakfast sausage I'll eat. So I have to kind of go with what my stomach says at the time, I guess. I don't know. I guess this is what it's like to get old. I used to love shrimp, and now it's hit and miss. Sometimes it's okay and I like it all right. Other times I end up giving it to Jeff, and I just think he loves it when I order something. I'm not sure if it's gonna work for my stomach, because then he gets 2 meals and I gotta sit around here and make ramen or something. But yeah, I don't know. Biscuits and gravy is good for me. I love that. It sets my stomach fine. Dairy lately too. I used to be a fan of the Greek yogurt and would eat it like nonstop too for more protein, but not so much. So what is some of y'all's can't do foods, not because you're trying to not eat the stuff, but because, hold on, it's probably my husband. He got off work now. He's probably asking me if I want him to bring something home. Don't know where my phone went though. Okay, this is going to be real funny, guys. Hey, Siri! Oh, there you are. Never mind.
Okay.
Yep. He's just telling me he's got to stay over an hour or so. I don't know. Anyway, so what are some of the foods that, you're not necessarily dieting, but you just won't do them and it's kind of helped you? Is there anybody out there that has had that situation? I'm really sad over the hamburger thing because, I love tacos, and the last time we had tacos at work, they had the taco truck come and feed us for, one of our welcome back kind of things or whatever. And I pulled all the hamburger out. I couldn't do it. Just looking at it, smelling it. And so I ate a refried bean taco. And I know I have gotten like chicken tacos at a Taco Bell when Jeff's wanted to have fast food. So yeah. But I can still do the Chinese food as long as I just kind of am doing the buffet thing where I can kind of look at it and see. I mean, I literally look at it. My tummy will tell me it's no-go or okay. And I still eat some of the steak and green peppers. That's, whatever. That beef's okay, but just it's hamburger meat. I don't know what it is about that. And I've even tried to get the super lean you can, the 96% lean, and that was not better. More expensive and not better. So I guess I'm just not gonna have. I haven't really tried veggie burgers. I tried the turkey burgers, and I don't know about a veggie burger, because if it's dry like the turkey burger was, then it's not gonna work for me either. So, anyways, I'm going to let you all go for now because I do have some taquitos in my air fryer. And my Major League Baseball game is going to be coming on here after I eat probably. So, talk to y'all later.